Hi, this is Wayne Voss, and in this video I'm going to review a product called Backlinks Maid. Backlinks Maid is a tool that you can use to clean your scrape list. So for those of you who currently scrape your own list for campaigns used in GSA Search Engine Ranker or in SE Nuke or Magic Submitter, if you're using tools such as Gscraper or Scrapebox to scrape your list with, what this tool can do is it can actually take that list and basically clean it and check it against a blacklist of 211,000 blacklisted spam houses, or it can also check against Google bad words. Okay, so with this filter, it can clean those links for you. It also has an index checker built in. It has a rank checker for Google PageRank. Checks your links against the Alexa rankings. And then I've been working with the vendor. I had them actually add this anchor link clean option. What this does is, for those of you that are buying PBNs, you can actually pre-screen your PBNs through here. You put in your PBN target, you check it against the bad words list, and you can even add your own anchors if you currently own your own PBNs and you know that it has, say, maybe Chinese anchor text that you don't want, or any kind of bad anchors or if it's over optimized and you want to clean it, you can add that here in the bad words list, and you can check on enable evil anchor detection. And so after it's done scanning, it detects those anchor text words. What you can do is you can take that list and basically send it to Google to get it disavowed. Okay, therefore you have a process in which you can clean your PBNs. Now, I've used Backlinks Maid now for close to 3 months. I like it. It serves the purpose for what I use it for, and I use this basically to clean my list and use it in my GSA Search Engine Ranker campaigns. Prior to this, I was using a service called Link Research Tools. Unfortunately, I really like that service. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too expensive for me, and so I had to find an alternative, and Backlinks Maid is that alternative. I've seen the vendor make improvements to the product over the last few months, and I really like it. And so um, let me go ahead and run a quick demo for you. But before I do, let me explain the interface more thoroughly. So here's the input file. This is where you would input your scraped list, where you would import your scraped list. And then the number of threads is set at 10 by default. I always change that to 100, which is the max number of threads you can run. Over here you have your proxy manager. You can actually import your own proxies. Here I'm using public proxies, and I have a tool that I use for that. I can actually share that in another video with you, but typically I will import a new batch of proxies, about 3,000 of them at a time, before I run my scrapes. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you how I scrape my lists. So these are scrapes that I've already imported from Gscraper. Okay, so that's the first one. And what I typically do is I break these down in editable pieces for Backlinks Maid so that it doesn't overload. And I usually use 250,000 as my limit, 250,000 links. I've tried to go over that, and sometimes Backlinks Maid will choke on me, so I usually limit it to 250,000. I think it depends on the server, how powerful of a server you're using. The vendor basically uses 1 million links, but I found that I can't go above 250. So, and I think it's due to the limitations of my server. Okay, so I've got 250,000 scraped links loaded. I'm going to go ahead and change my threads to 100, and I'm going to go ahead and check Backlinks Maid blacklist. So I'm basically telling Backlinks Maid to check my list against the preloaded blacklist that it has. And then I also check the import Google bad words. Okay, so by default Backlinks Maid does come with a bad words list. What I've done is I've gone into GSA Search Engine Ranker and I've actually imported that and basically merged the two lists, and I've also merged some other lists that I found off the internet for bad words list, and I've tried to make this as comprehensive and as complete as possible. And so that's that's the bad words list there. And then I have the index checker, rank checker, Google Page Rank. I don't check those. I don't use those. I use those. I pre-filter those in Gscraper before I import this list. So I think it runs a lot faster in Gscraper, and so that's what I do. In this demo, I'm not going to demonstrate the anchor link clean options. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I do a straight clean link list. So I click on Start, and it's going to start processing that list that I have, and it goes pretty fast. You can see as it scrolls up, you'll see the evil, you'll see the like the yeses scroll up. It's kind of going fast. I'm going to stop the list here, and you can see that it's detected a few of them. There were more that scrolled off the list here, but when we export the file, you can actually see them. So anyway, I'm not going to scrape this whole thing. Obviously, it's going to take a while. As you can see, it already processed 988 links, and it's identified the ones that it thinks have poison links in them. Okay, so Medicare.gov. Okay, it says for whatever reason it's either on the blacklist, maybe it's spammed, or it's checked it against the bad words list. So once that's done, then I go into export data, and here what I'm doing is I'm basically asking Backlinks Maid that on my list, it's asking me if I want to ignore the evil identified links, or if I want to select them. Well, the first thing I do is when I export my list, I usually export everything but the evil list. And so what I'll do is I'll say no. If you say ignore, I think when you export it, it'll export everything. If you say yes, then you're telling it yes, this is part of the evil list. So I'm going to say no. And then I'm going to export it under a CSV format so that when I import it into my GSA Search Engine Ranker, it can identify it. Actually, I'm sorry. I use TXT. I use CSV for other purposes, but I'm not going to explain that here. I use TXT, and then I also use. I also tell it to basically import all the URLs only. I'll leave everything else off, and then I click on Save. Then I'll go here. I've made a special folder, and I call it Ready for GSA SER. Okay, so I know that this list is ready to be imported into my GSA Search Engine Ranker. So I click on Save. Okay, and then it says number of URLs exported 865. So the remaining number of links are basically poison links. Now I also keep those poison links. I click on Yes. This is my poison link list. I uncheck URLs. I check evil, and I also want to export it as a text file. Same folder. I call it poison list. Okay. And so it saved 26 of them, and that's really it. And then all you do is you go into your backlink tool, and then you export or you import that clean list into there, and you start backlinking. So that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I've got a link below where you can actually go ahead and visit the site. The site itself is called backlinksmaid.com, so you can just go ahead and click on it, or click on the link below, or visit that site. Thanks.